Well, everyone, if I want to go back to my previous project and there if I want to change the state application, how will I do this now? Look, what I will be doing now here, just like the counter which we have implemented from my app.js, I will remove the counter and bring my main app back. Okay, and in case if I would like to change the state, so from where I will go from the main app here, and this state I will start from here. State equal to, so let me initialize my state of this. So here I'll bring it like this. So I do not need this header anymore, in case if I would like to say colon. Okay, header data and footer data. Well, to make this state available there, so rather than passing this header data, we can set this dot header data, and same for footer data. This dot state dot footer data. So this is how you are providing the state to your child. But remember, there will be no change in your child. That will be remain same as it is. So if I just see my application, but see, application is fine, but one change you might have seen, like here it is launching a one warning saying that a list should have a unique key props. You know why it is coming up? It's coming up because as per the rule of whenever you try to iterate the records, especially in the form of array, so while iterating it, okay, so it should maintain the index value, okay, which remain unique. So it makes sure that it should not hold a duplicate value. So the indexing will make sure if you update or delete, so index will automatically update and make sure that it doesn't add a duplicate. In case if you try to add a duplicate, it launches the warning for you. It won't stop you to add the the updated record with the same name. However, at the same time, it will launch a one warning for you. And how are you going to be making it possible? Using key equal to provide this particular property under this object which will be holding this unique key. So in my case, I'm having the same property called USR. I'll be passing the same name. That is an important. If I just go back, you see the complete warnings has gone and I'm in position to see the same data as usual, but with the help of state. Okay, so this is an important. So you won't see any error inside your browser while iterating the record. However, there will be one warning will be published in a console. So better to have this when you are iterating the data. That's a good practice. Same thing we would like to apply for the user data. So here I just use it colon, and here now I refresh and the records remain same. Perfect. So I can see the code works as it is expected. Okay, so we are good with this. Okay, well, going ahead, and I would like to deal with some other type of states. The idea is the state is getting maintained under the same component name called main app. It is not maintained under any other component as of now according to my application. Okay, but state will be shared between or among different components, and I will tell you how it can affect other applications too. Just imagine a use case. I want to offer one button. Okay, I also want to offer one button inside my user action.js. Suppose if I have one button, okay, just say show. This is like a normal button. So now I can see there's a one button called show. I want right now this button is enabled and I can click it. It's working fine. But my case is like I want this button to get disabled as soon as the size of this array, okay, reduced to 0. So just think about this button is available in another component and this array is available where? In another component. So these are two different components. So how are you going to be affecting the state of another component based on what data you have it? That is something I want to show you now. Okay, so to make it possible, what I will do is here in my application, in my main app especially, in my main app, I'll go to my user action and I use one property here called disabled. Okay, equal to, here we're using this exclamation mark by saying this dot state dot. So since you want to pass the properties, you have to use this property like in what? Remove this exclamation mark, better I can say this dot state dot user data dot length greater than 0. So this will hold the value true or false no matter what value you are receiving it. So if it is greater than 0, this will be holding value true or false. So this disabled is just the name and I would like to pass this value to where? To my user action. So here in my user action, you know that disable is a property associated with every button. So we are saying disabled equal to, here we are using exclamation mark and say this dot props dot, which property I'm passing it here? Called disabled. So we are passing. Okay, so this button will be disabled the moment the size of this user data goes to what? 0. So now it's shown because this, still I have a records with me. So in case if I would like to reduce the number of records available here, we just go here and remove all the records. And the moment it goes, you see the button got disabled. Isn't it amazing? So you are making this state available to the other components and they are behaving based on what state we have it. And the moment I bring it back, you see, I can see this show button is again visible to me. That's something which is very, very interesting. Okay, so you can have the state can be stored and shared with other components too. Okay, so that's the first thing. Okay, what you can do also is the way we are basically deleting the data manually here. You see, like we are deleting the data. What in case if I would like to write some custom function and that function, when I trigger, that function is responsible for or will become responsible for deleting the record from this user data. So that is also possible. So you can write a custom function which will get triggered, okay, and call when you invoke it manually and make the state empty. So the moment it makes the state empty, instantly it will get called, okay, and make this button disabled. You can do so. So for this, what I'll do is I'll create one function here by saying delete all, okay, and in this delete all, here I can write a function by saying this dot set state. Here we are saying return. In this we are making this user data colon blank. That means if I call this delete all function, so what it will do, it will return me the empty user data. That means the size is automatically turns to what this. And this delete all function, okay, I can basically make it available to other components. Okay, so which component? Let's talk about options. So in my users here, I can call say delete a DA equal to, just pass this function delete all by saying delete all. See, we are passing this delete all here. To which component? Users. Okay, so this users will hold this property called DA, which will internally invoke delete all. So it goes to the users. So I'll be going to the users class now. So in my users class, let me go back and create one new button here. And I'm calling this button with what? Delete all. And here we are saying on click equal to what? This dot props dot DA. Let me check the name. Yeah, this is what the name we have passed it here, called name.da. Now what is happening now? This DA which internally hold this function, users is basically calling this DA, which will internally trigger that function, which will be responsible to delete the record. Let's check. And the beauty is, the moment you delete all the records, since this size will turn to what? 0, clear, and due to this, the button in user action will get disabled. Okay, just see this. Okay, I think I wrote it in a wrong location. This I need to write it into my users here. Here. Now let's check this out. Now here, the moment I say delete all, watch it. Amazing, your records has been deleted and the show button got disabled. That's interesting. So this is where exactly the state, okay, which you are sharing between or among the components make your life more easy.